Hi, all listeners, and welcome to the Resilient Voices podcast in leadership and life. This is a space for honest conversations about resilience and how that shows up in leadership, personal moments, and everyday life. You'll always hear a story about grit, growth, and practical steps you can take. I am Jessica Schultz, and in each episode, we have a guest here that shares a chapter from their journey, the moments that tested them, the turning points that redirected their path, and the practices that kept them moving forward. So this is a space for deep conversations, and today's guest is actually the first man in this podcast, and I'm so proud to introduce you to Patric Svanberg, who is a founder of Coach4Life Sweden and the creator of Life Force concept. And for over a decade, he was supported people in turning obstacles into opportunities for resilience, direction, and growth. And this is done through both his own experience and the work with others. So Patric shows that resilience is not just about enduring challenges, but also about using them to uncover strength and purposes. Or strength and purpose, if we just leave it to that. So with that said, welcome, Patric.
Thank you, Jessica. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, it's lovely to have you here. Tell me, you are based in Sweden?
Based in Sweden, and I also you can find me online, of course. Also,
Yeah.
yeah,
So you just have a physical location where you live, and then you're working also online.
right. I live on the magical island of Gotland.
Yeah. Wow, a lot
Peninsula
of
of
history.
Gotland. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
amazing. Yeah. For those who haven't been there, it's a beautiful place to go and visit, and apparently a beautiful
Yeah.
place to live as well, since you did move there a few
Yeah.
years ago, I know.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And a magical spot also. Really
Yeah.
spiritual spot to be.
Yeah. That's great. But now we're not going to talk about where you live or the geographic locations in Sweden, but here we're to talk about resilience. And so if you just want to share a little bit about yourself and the context of your journey, where do we begin? Where is that starting point?
Yeah, like I always say as a coach, your history doesn't define you. It's the base of where you started, how you've been formed, how you've been programmed. But and the future is unwritten.
Mm-hmm.
So to live in the presence, you need to realize that what you've been through, it's that's like learning material to the stepping stones to be able to walk from. So in my case, what I do today is like for many coaches and therapists and psychologists. I have a background that is around what I'm working with. But the base comes from like a small child with a dominant father, and very unfortunately normal story for many men. A man who has tried to make his son a resilient person in his way, try to show me the hard things in life to help me grow. But unfortunately, I've learned that from a small age that my needs wasn't the priority. It was my father's needs, and as a man, you shouldn't cry. And I was learned not to trust my own feelings and my own convictions.
Okay.
So during my young ages, I was very shy. I held myself back. I didn't believe in myself. So that has been like during my whole upbringing. I tried to understand why is my father like this? What this? Why am I like this? Why am I soft? I didn't understand that I had the right to be soft. And then in my elder age, I realized I struggled with feeling successful. But then I realized after a long journey, around 2013, I realized this is my father's view of success. So when I realized that, I could finally start to explore what do I feel is
Yeah.
important. What
Mm-hmm.
is my needs?
Mm. So
And
this, when you came to that
mm,
realization, Patrick, was that 2013? That's a bit more, it's like 13 years ago, more or less.
yeah, more or
Was there
less.
something specific that happened, or did that just appear to you? You became aware, or was it an event that caused that, or?
The thing is, it was two events actually that happened
Mhm,
in a short period of time, small space of time. I mean, I've searched for love my whole life, relationship to relationship, and never found it. And then I had found this amazing woman, and we've been together like only a couple of months, and then I
mhm,
lost my job. And when I lost the job, I became depressed. Of course,
mhm.
who shouldn't be? But then the relationship was too young, so she couldn't really take that. She couldn't hold me in that space. So
Okay.
she said, "Sorry, I can't be a part of this." So she left me as well, and then I crashed. So that was a real depression I went into, and then I told myself, "Nope, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to win her back and I'm going to change." So then I started to really dig deep down to find out what's the behavior, how do I feel about myself, how do I talk to myself when I go to sleep,
Mm,
what's my view of love, and I realized it's a lot about not accepting things, try to control things, and so that's where the real shift started.
mm,
Two
mm.
major negative events that I realized afterwards wasn't negative. It was
Yeah,
I needed to experience that
yeah.
to be able to
It was
have
a
enough.
gift. There were gifts in
It was a
disguise.
gift,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Just curious that when you say that you were looking for love,
Mm,
and the way I interpret that is that you were looking for it outside. Did
right.
you also find that that you needed to look inside yourself in that process?
Not right then.
No, but that came later, or
That came later, right?
mm,
So
mm,
the thing, yeah, exactly. Yeah, now like years after, of course, I realized no one can give me what I lack, what I feel I'm lacking myself.
yeah,
So yeah, of course, I realized later
mm,
on
yeah,
that it's not my inability to accept myself or to love myself.
yeah,
So I need someone else to accept me
yeah,
and to love me, to show me you're okay as you are.
mm,
So yeah, the first thing was for me. I
mm,
mean, I was so negative about myself at that period of time that
mm.
I even talked myself to sleep by saying, "Patrick, you don't deserve better. This has happened to you because you're like this." That
Wow,
actually was like a lullaby for my ego.
yeah,
So yeah, that was the shift. So for me, it took like 2 years, almost 1, 2 years before I could talk nicely to myself
yeah,
instead. So I had to start by telling myself to shut up. When I started to talk negatively, it's like,
mm.
shut up. Nope, that's not okay.
Yeah.
That
And
was a
that
start.
really, I mean, just that is just such an awareness to catch yourself doing that, because when you run on that program for a very long time, it is just like we talked about at the beginning, what you mentioned to begin with. This is actually, it is a program that runs us. So,
Right,
so in order to be, I mean, just to become aware of it, that's a huge step to start the change process.
right, right. It's like I used to say to my clients, you can't change what you're not aware of.
Yeah.
So that's like to have
Mm,
that brutal acceptance of what is, not putting a positive or negative, like a plus or minus before
mm,
it,
mm.
but just this is it. Okay, how do you feel about this, or how did I feel about this, and
Yeah.
do I want to have it like this?
Yeah.
Do I want to change? That's necessary too.
And for you in that case, it was really easy to answer that. That of course you
Right,
wanted to
right,
change your life. You were
right,
not satisfied going to bed telling yourself those mantras and those programs, because you
right.
woke up then in a similar manner, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is I need to do things all the time to try to get my thoughts away from that. So when everything was fine in the relationship, everything was going well at work,
Mm.
when I had like just like wins in my favor, then
Yeah.
everything was fine. But as
Hmm.
soon as I didn't
Mm.
get that outside support, then I because I didn't have my own support, then I lost it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough truth, isn't it? That
Yeah,
if you can't, you have to be able to carry yourself. You have to be able
yeah,
to lead yourself.
yeah,
And like I've said to myself, I've done a lot of work to become my best friend, and I
mm,
think that's where everyone needs to strive, at least strive towards. Because if you can be
yeah,
your own best friends, it doesn't mean that you don't need other people, but just that you can
yeah.
rely on yourself in difficult times.
Right. Yeah, and the problem is that when you're like that, when I was like that, so
Mm,
negative, I put so much strain on like not only love relationships but also friendship relationship.
mm, mm.
It's like this needy, clingy kind of energy that you're like you can't. It's like being close to a vacuum cleaner. I usually have metaphors. It's like you can't be close to it without being like I can't find the word, but to have the risk of being sucked in.
Yeah.
So I mean, I realized I'm demanding love. I'm not showing myself worthy of love because I can't show myself. I can feel myself worthy of it.
Mm,
So yeah. So I mean, you just it gets you suck out energy from the people around you. And
mm.
of course, I mean, who wants to have a emotion vampire around them, right?
No, most people get a bit tired of that after a while.
A
So
bit,
yeah,
yeah.
a bit, yeah. So then you did some work with yourself for a couple of years, and
Right.
what type of work was that in order to sort of heal those programs, or that, or was it the depression itself, or the negativity that you came, like, you worked with? Elaborate.
Yeah. For me, I actually, we have this Swedish author and famous coach, and right now I lost her name, but
Mia Törnblom.
thank you. And
Oh, yes.
I read her books like self-confidence and more self-confidence, right?
Mm,
And to the thing with like think sorry for yourself. That
mm,
was one of the things, and that negative talk. And I was inspired by a shift from like being an addict and have that sense of loathing for yourself. The
yeah.
thing was, I had the same loathing even though I didn't was a drug addict. But
Mm,
I realized my negative self talk was a kind of uh, yeah, like I was addicted to that instead.
yeah.
So I read her books and
Mm,
I saw her. Like went to lectures, different kinds of motivating coaching. And then
mm,
I read also, we have a few other, Fexeus, Henrik Fexeus,
mm.
who has a book, Mental Superhero, Be Your Own
Yeah,
Mental
that's
Superhero.
about mental NLP and mental, what is it called? Mental fitness, the
Yeah,
methodology where you work with your, I
yeah,
mean, really to strengthen your
right,
mental
right,
muscles.
right. And he works as a mentalist. So what you talk yourself, you can program yourself, reprogram yourself. So
Yeah.
a lot of those things just consumed it a lot.
Mm.
And that was a major, like, to help me get that view from the outside. Yeah.
But also what you're saying and what I hear is really for me, because obviously this is what we talk about a lot in this podcast about resilience and what does that mean really. And I think I'm of the belief that you cannot become resilient if you haven't gone through any hard work. Uh, so it
Right.
requires some challenges, difficult moments in order to build that resilience. It's like with a muscle, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, and exactly. And for me, I realized the major things that is in your way to evolve. It's the resistance. to what is, and resistance to
Yeah.
change,
Yeah.
and resistance to view yourself, like look in the mirror and okay, this is things I need to
Mm.
do, take
Yeah.
charge of,
Yeah.
to dig into. So that's why I've created the Seers community, because you need to really, okay, this is what is, this is what needs to be done. No excuses. Not put yourself in a victim position.
Mm.
So that's what actually I got a lot of help with Mia Törnblom's books. Not
Mm.
feel
Mm.
sorry for yourself. It doesn't help, actually.
No, it just feeds that feeds the addict or
Ego.
the ego
Yeah.
that wants to be
Yeah.
fed.
Right. Right. So for me, the resilience part of it,
Mm-hmm.
I realized, even though I've had a lot of struggles before 2013 also, I've always tried to search for another ways. So some people said to me, are you not tired of constantly looking for new love, and believing that there is new love? I mean, after all these unsuccessful relationships, how can you still believe in love? I don't know, but it's there. I know it. It's
Yeah.
there. So it's and
Yeah.
that's has been like where I am today.
Mm.
It's I'm here because that resilience, I had it in me all the time. And I have a mantra today that I tell my clients: it's never too late to give up. So right,
Oh, that's a good one. It's actually I haven't really heard that. It's never too late to give up.
right.
Yeah.
So it's
Or
never
it's
too
never too
late. And
late to keep on try. I mean, stop. But it
right,
is. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah.
I hear you.
So yeah. So I had this client came in one day, actually told me, I thought about killing myself this morning, and he was in so much pain. And so
Yeah.
I told him, but it's like on the beach, you have so many pebbles you can turn, and you have so many pebbles left to turn.
Mm.
So don't give up. There is, I mean, the medical science, and you have alternative methods.
Mm.
Things are happening fast, so don't give up. And yeah, just to find that piece of light, that hope in everything. So for me, what has helped me to be resilient is the hope
Yeah.
that I don't know what the shift may need, but I've always thought that there must be something that can help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing, another job, another chance. But finally, I realized, yeah, if I
Yeah.
create that spot within me, I don't need
Yeah.
to change environment, relationship.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, that's so beautiful to hear. And I'm thinking about Viktor Frankl.
Yeah,
He wrote this book about the meaning of life, or
yeah.
life's meaning, I think it is called, isn't it? But he,
Man's search for meaning,
sorry,
right?
Man's Search for
Yeah,
Meaning. Yeah, thank you
right.
for
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and where he's, for those of you who don't know, but I think most people who is into the space of personal development and self growth and know about this, that he was in the concentration camps during the war. And he came to realize that they can take everything away from me, but I can choose my thoughts, what's in my mind, and I can free myself from that cage, from that prison, because anything is possible if you can think it and think
um,
yourself into a peaceful place, and the belief and the hope, if that
yeah,
keeps on living in your mind,
right, right.
that
And yeah,
is possible, and that is what you see in front of you.
right, yeah. And there is this experiment they've done also with frogs. They put them in a not boiling water, not that one, but
Mm-hmm.
they put in the water and they just see what happens. And the first frog drops down to the bottom because, yeah, just in a couple of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
in the other case, they put a frog, and just seconds after, they lift it up with a spoon, and then they put it back again, and then it could swim around for hours. So, and the consequence, the conclusion, was
Mm-hmm.
that the frog knows it can be saved because you have showed it that. So,
Yeah.
so the hope is there. I'm going to be saved. So in that case, it could swim like for many hours.
Wow.
right. So I mean, to just, I mean, the best thing is you can find the source within you to give yourself that hope,
Mm,
but to have something to believe in, and like Viktor
yeah,
Frankl said, something like a meaning,
yeah,
find meaning in something, right?
yeah, yeah. I think that's really, really important with that meaningfulness in life. And
Yeah.
but so when you look at this from now and look back,
Mm.
do you think that if it hadn't been for your father in this case, would you have would you have chosen this life? Would you have come to the stage where you're at today?
No. I mean, the more things I've experienced, and
Mm,
like especially the last 5 years, we're not going to talk about the place I'm staying at, but in a way, the place I'm at is not only like a geolocal spot to find myself. Like it's like
mm,
where you live, your environment that shapes you, of course. But
yeah.
for me, has been a place, a magical place in many ways that has made me come in contact with the spiritual side of myself, and it's still flourishing. For me to get to understand that, like the spiritual thing for me is to know that there are different. There is more than meets the eye. So
Mm,
for me, that has helped me to view like what has happened. It's my soul's journey,
yeah.
and what has happened in my life has been to transform me. I
Mm,
have a super stubborn soul and a very, very pragmatic, like square shaped mind I've had. So I'm still struggling against it, but it has taught me the things I've been through has been to break down the resistance within myself, to make me like to pull myself together and like really work with these things.
mm,
That has I've put myself in those positions because of the programming I've been growing up with. So
mm,
I've needed really tough tools to break those down and to be
yeah.
able to rebuild myself. Yeah.
Mm,
So like my father, nothing. I mean, I I f- I often thank my father,
mm,
not right away, but when I realized
yeah.
he has done the best he could according to his beliefs, and he has tried to be a good father according to his beliefs, out of his wounds and stuff like that.
Mm, mm,
I didn't realize that, but I
yeah.
realized I was 2 years ago. I was a part of my first ayahuasca retreat, and then I realized my father has put this pressure on me up until my like upper teens, but
Mm,
then I've continued to press myself down the rest of my life.
yeah.
So I can't blame him, and so instead I realized, thank you, because I'm wise today
Yeah.
because of the things you have. Like it's like this piece of coal being a
Mm,
diamond. The pressure has evolved me into that.
yeah. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And that make me think about one thing that got stuck in me for a long time ago when I went to this Tony Robbins event, and someone
Mm.
was sharing their story about the anger towards a parent, and he just turned around and said that, yeah, if you can hold that against your parent, your father or mother, I can't remember who it was in this case, then you also have to thank them for that, because without that, you would not be the person you are today. You would not be
Right,
here, and you would not be formed and shaped into this. Yes, but it is so
right,
painful. Yes, but we can find a way out of the pain.
right,
And it can be your catalyst and your like for moving forward in your life. That we need to
right.
thank our parents for all they gave us in terms of love, and what they couldn't give us as well, and that they
Yeah,
did that from the best of our their abilities.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, and also about their fears.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like it's so much learning and so much wisdom in our own experiences
mm,
to
yeah,
use those as learning material
mm,
instead of feeling sorry for yourself or feeling, oh, I have been through this and this is not
yeah, Yeah.
this is not nice. I would rather have other parents that only give me love and lots of
Mm.
money, of course, and you know,
Yeah.
instead of like you should be like this, you should be like that.
Yeah.
But then I realized, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he has his own fears, and I like many people around us that tell us you should be this or should be that or you shouldn't do this. They're often telling those things because they themselves don't have the guts to change their life. They're afraid if you do the shift, you're not going to be friends anymore, or
Yeah. Yeah.
you're going to be someone else. And they themselves are sitting
Mm.
there. I wish I would have that gut and
Yeah.
have that courage to
Yeah.
shift,
Yeah.
to dream.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think that is really that once, like for yourself and for many people that are out there, and for myself as well, that we that have done that work with ourselves, we can hold those people with love and say that I know that you want me well, that you want something
Oh,
that's good for me, but
yeah,
can you please just trust me that I will do this and I will be here for you as well on your
yeah,
life's journey, whatever, that we can actually meet them with compassion because we know that they are
right,
afraid.
right, right. And I've learned one thing, like my father is like a, what do you call it, like a red thread through my
Mm,
life.
mhm,
And about, I mean, I've learned that it's better to show them than to tell them.
yeah.
Yeah. So not to talk so much about what you're gonna do,
Mm,
not
mm,
explain so much.
mm,
Instead, like I wrote when I sent you my presentation, to not talk the walk, but walk the talk.
yeah. Yeah.
And then your the things you do
Mhm,
will
mm,
show people. So do things that are you, and you will show people.
yeah.
And everyone can't understand because they're not you,
No, of
right?
course, and what's right for
Yeah,
you and what's your path, and if you come to a place where you listen to your own truth, your own heart,
mm,
and
yeah,
be guided by your spirit, or by your beliefs, whatever that, how you want to
yeah,
express
yeah,
that, then there's
right,
no one else that can say if that's right or wrong.
right. And for me, it was like I grew up wanting, Dad, can't you see me? Why can't you hear me? Why can't you let me be soft?
Mm,
And then I went up in my teens, and I met people in school, and why can't I be like this? Why do I even asked my elder sister? Why do all men need to, or no, all boys do you need to fight and be cool to be accepted?
mm.
I'm like this. I don't get any girls. It's like, and she said, just wait, little brother. When you're older, the women will experience.
They will come back. They will find you, or
Yeah, but they will like what they see and can't find
yeah.
a better word. Yeah.
Mm,
Um, so just wait.
mm,
But always searching for that like outer approval
mm,
all the time. But the red thread has been hear me, see me like all
yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
And so much effort going into to that, and so much
Mm,
effort.
mm,
And then I realized, yeah, it's been like that because the lesson is listen to yourself,
mm,
listen to
mm,
your heart, like
mm.
they say. Roxette is singing. Yeah. So
Listen to your heart.
yeah,
Yeah, I
right.
can just
Just
hear the
came up in
song
my
just came
mind.
popped up in my mind. I'm sorry.
Right. So for me, it's like it really was like it's like universe was telling me, so Patrick, listen, feel.
So it's been a journey of exploration with the books and the because you've done some own training as well. You because I know you are a certified coach, so you've done a
Yeah.
lot of training, as in maybe not the intention of working with yourself, but to work with others. But how is that, if that's correct? Uh,
Mm.
so how is that work has helped you?
Yeah. I'm just gonna wind back a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When COVID came, I lived my life. I worked with myself a lot. I've stopped being that negative person towards myself.
Yeah.
But still, I didn't live my life. I still had like old patterns staying behind. So for me, it was still like a search for kicks, to search for this, like going on trips, like having things to lift myself out of the ordinary life, like everyday
Okay.
life.
Yeah.
So when COVID came, I was on my way to Canada to go snowboarding, and then they closed
borders
the borders.
closed.
Right. So I got stuck in Sweden, and I had already taken like vacation from work. So I sat there and felt sorry for myself for a couple of days. But then I realized, nope, I'm not going to let this stop me about resilience. So
Yeah.
I booked a week in, we have a mountain in Sweden, Kebnekaise, the highest mountain in Sweden. And
Yeah.
so I booked a trip there with guides, and I'm gonna do a journey with skis and these skins you put on. So you walk up the mountains like over 2,000 meters height, and then you put on your skis and then you ski down. So I really, it's like this what do you call it, journey when you walk like towards Mecca. What do you call it? That kind of
Yeah. It's a
pilgrimage.
pilgrimage.
Yes. So for me, it's that pilgrimage. So I'm
Yeah.
going to shorten it down. So I booked a trip. I went there myself. I pulled a sled. It's a 5.5 hour journey with I had this backpack and the sled behind me, walk with skis. And during that trip, I met this 70 years old woman with a 60-liter backpack on her back, and she's like, I said, "Oh, I've heard that this trip it's a hard one." And she's like, "Oh, you're so young," and I was 44. So you're so young, so it's not going to be any problem for you. And she was like 70 plus years, and I was during that week, I realized, okay, this is living. And I didn't get it to the top of Kebnekaise, but I stood there. It's called Björlings Glacier, about 1,500 meters height. And there was 20 meters per second winds, like 22 minus Celsius winds. I stood
Wow.
there, and the wind was like pulling in me. And then I felt so alive. It's like, this is the feeling I want to have.
Yeah.
I want to feel like this every day, not like only a couple of times a year. So I went back. I left the relationship I was in. It wasn't right. It wasn't according to live like long term.
Yeah.
And
It
and
didn't
then
light you up.
it didn't light me up. No,
Yeah.
and it wasn't according to what my soul wanted.
Mm.
So that actually the money I had left, I put into this life coach education that I've been
Yeah.
thinking about for so long. So that was the way forward. So it was really like this pilgrimage journey for me, and this real shift, and which led me to, during the life coach journey, of course, the first intention was I want to learn to work with people
Yeah.
holistically.
Yeah.
But then during the journey, of course, you don't get to come away easy. You need to face yourself first.
Yeah. That's the
So
mirror you get, isn't it?
right. So the tools is like, I need to do this on myself
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
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 So of course the education was most of the case about me, and that, and of course together with the fact that we were a part of this storytelling community, that also made me look at
Yeah.
myself like this is
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That
was just going to do
together,
because that's when we first met, and
right?
it is 5 years ago.
Yeah,
6.
about 6
I
years
think
ago,
it was
right?
it was 2020, just in the
Yeah,
beginning of the pandemic. And
right.
I remember that, and how
Yeah,
for I know how that experience was for me, and I think that we agree on this, that storytelling as a tool, as
right.
a method to really dig into your life stories, how that healed so many traumas, how that
Yes,
helped healing so much and helped open up so many layers
right.
and understandings of, for me anyway, understanding of my life, and why things have happened and why I need to
Right.
process them in that way.
What right. Why things has happened, but also how you view things, how
Yeah.
much it shows where you have pain and
Yeah.
struggles hiding beneath. The coaching we got there while writing these stories really showed myself, oh, this is things I've hidden from myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my ego been hiding things because it's easier to focus on the things around you, to put the blame there, because then you
Mm.
don't have to view your own shortcomings and
Yeah.
the areas you need to work on, right? So that in
Mm.
combination with the coaching
Yeah. Yeah.
was really powerful. Yeah, I'm grateful for those,
Yeah.
and that's why I today I have a pretty not like a not aggressive, but I don't let my clients get away. It's like I tell them, yeah, but you don't do this. So how can you expect change
Mm.
if you don't take care of these things
Yeah.
first?
Yeah. Yeah.
And your boss, you think he's an asshole, sorry, but I know, but you still think that your boss, you want him to hear you, but you think he's an asshole. So how can you make an asshole listen? I mean, you need to realize he's an asshole. It's not about you, but you.
It's not about him, it's about you, right?
It's about yeah, and how you react to the asshole.
Yeah.
That's your
Yeah.
responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's great because that's really how it is. Because I mean, and I think that everything that all the assholes that we get and
Yeah,
poop that we're given in life,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just for us to learn how to deal with and to take responsibility for our part of it. And
Right,
sometimes you just have to remove yourself from that asshole because they are not going to change, right?
right,
Mm.
exactly. And the thing is that what the asshole gets irritated about is probably the things in you that he or she can't deal with within themselves.
Yeah.
That's why they get triggered because they see something in you that they can't accept,
Mm.
and the opposite. It's like it's yeah, you have this this mirror tool there.
Mm.
If you listen, what is happening? So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, right.
And I think that the key is here, like what we've the red thread I see through this story
Mm,
and through the stories when I've been talking to other people as well, is that the more we turn on the awareness, the more we live in the present and look back at the past as some
mm,
sort of learning experience, something that we've that has shaped us, that we also can
yeah,
that we can be grateful for, but also say, hey, thank you, but no longer. I'm going to change this program. I'm going to do this differently. I want to
yeah,
live my life in a different way. And I think that is
yeah,
the awareness is the key. And like you began with, is like living in the present moment and see that anything is possible in the
yeah,
future.
right, right. And also, as long as you get into situations, meet people, being in environments that makes you feel bad, it's because you have a way of being. You have like a radar that is attuned in the
Mm.
not the wrong way, because I'm trying not to use the words right or wrong,
Yeah.
but in a way that's not like it's not good for you in
Yeah.
finding your path.
Mm.
So to understand that I don't happen to get into these situations or meet these people, I meet them because I have a behavior, and I meet them because I have a like a wrong way of viewing for love. What is love, and
Mm.
what you're attracted to. So
Yeah.
to change the attraction, you need to change
Your vibe.
what tool you're using, what source you're using within
Mm.
yourself. How
Yeah.
is that attuned
Yeah.
according to what you really want and need,
Mm. Mm.
right? So for me, I realized
Yeah.
love for me was, I thought the things that led me to these toxic relationships was, I thought it was exciting from the beginning. And the answers I didn't get, I interpreted like a depth instead of like, yeah, ghosting is an answer too. And
It's not a good
no,
answer, maybe, but it is.
right,
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
drama doesn't mean that you're close. Drama is drama. So for me, like I didn't that could be harmony in
Yeah.
like relationships and harmony in life.
Yeah.
That was not like normal for me because of the upbringing and my experiences.
Mm.
So
Mm.
when I started to understand, okay, it's okay to have it like nice and don't having to explain yourself.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be who you are.
Yeah.
You're okay as I am. When I
Yeah.
realized that, yeah, then my
Mm.
radar started to shift,
Yeah.
and the right people came into my life,
Yeah.
and the right situations. Yeah, abundance, if you call it like that, in different areas. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like I deserved abundance
No. And I
before.
think that is, yeah, and I think that everything is about energy and vibration, and if you talk to
Yeah,
people sort of outside the, and now for you, those of you who see it, this spiritual community or whatever, the spiritual aware
yeah,
people, they understand, but I would say that now that's a bit ignorant maybe, but
mm,
that we're all about energy and vibration. That we actually, if
yeah,
we send out the wrong energy, it will attack, or a certain type of energy, we will attract a certain
yeah,
type of people,
yeah,
situations. And if we send out some other
yeah.
energy, that's what we will attract. And this is so
Right.
interesting because when I spoke to when I speak to my kids, they're 19 and 22. They don't
Mm,
believe in that. And it's like, yes, but you believe in that you have internet everywhere. You believe that you can use your phone. What is that
right.
based on? How does the
Right.
light bulb work? How does
Yeah.
electricity work? Like,
Right.
so it is really about this energy field we live in.
Right.
So what are your
And I
thoughts
think,
about that?
yeah, I think it's completely true. And there is a method. I don't remember the guy who created it, but it's called emotion code.
Mm,
And that's about everything you've been through, like traumas and
yeah,
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 negative experiences that you're unable to deal with at the moment.
mm,
They are getting stuck in your body as
yeah,
like energy blockings, like
mm,
areas that blocks your prana or life
yeah,
force.
yeah, yeah,
And that's why I call my life. I call my coaching life force coaching.
mm,
So it's about removing those energy blockings within
yeah,
your system
yeah,
to allow the life force, the prana to or chi, what do you call it, to run freely through your life.
yeah,
And if it's there, it's not only that you block they block the frequency out, but it also block yourself from seeing
mm,
other people's true frequency.
mm,
So but like it's a double block. You block yourself from being seen, but you also block yourself from seeing the right people environments.
yeah,
So yeah, and of course I don't think that other people's negative energy can influence you if you have a strong
yeah,
inner like sense of self. You have a
yeah,
strong energy source within yourself.
mm,
Then you can't be like affected of the negativity around you.
yeah,
But if you don't have that, it's like
mm,
you have this ball that's supposed to be filled with air, and you haven't like completely filled
mm,
it up. Then it's easy. The outside pressure will
yeah,
make it crumble.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I completely share that metaphor with you, and I mean, you can sustain your energy and your strong sense of self, but then, Patrick,
yeah.
how do you do that? Do you have a daily practice of some sort, or like how to get to that point? Because it's not like you've I assume that you've managed to find that formula where you just do the work once and then you're strong and forever.
Yeah. No, of course. It's like to completely go through why this has shaped me into this
Mm,
man I am today. It's a way longer story than an hour of
yeah,
podcasting.
of course.
But of course, but what I can say is I've learned a way of thinking
Mm,
that like I have this quote in my every email I send out from my company. It's like every problem. Let's see, I can't. A problem is a solution you haven't found out yet. So it's like everything I don't understand. It's all about there is a point of view or another way of seeing it that needs to be done. It's not the end. So that's like every time I meet obstacles, I always sit down and I really accept going deep into that sensation. I accept me feeling that fully, even though it's like a difficult thing. And I allow myself, I don't blame myself for feeling bad about it or feeling sorry. I allow myself to really be in that.
Yeah.
And then find out that no, this is not killing me. And if it's about money, I think about, okay, is it acute now? No, often it's not acute now. It's not going to happen anything right now. It's not like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff. It's like, yeah, of course, if you do that, you need to really move yourself quickly. But many of the times, it's just like the fear that wants us to make us flee from the situation. But instead, like stand here, and that way I show myself I am in control. There's nothing to fear here.
Yeah.
And then when I do that, it can take like hours, it can take a couple of days, a week perhaps, but always a solution comes up because I don't flee from it. So that's like my like everyday method when I meet obstacles. I always think that, okay, how is it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't then put on some music, scrolling on your phone, watch some Netflix, but you actually force yourself to be in this, because I'm saying that because so many people do that. They just cannot face the difficulty, so they do something else to distract their whole system from actually reacting to something. But you know that you are, so you actually on purpose allow that uncomfortable feeling to be there and meet it in whatever, and then work through it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I laughed not because I know that people are doing it and they're doing it to flee. I laughed because I've in tough moments. I've been a Netflix viewer, of course, but people are thinking that they are like black and white. When you're gonna take care of tough, difficult things, you just have to grit yourself through it. But I mean, I realized it's okay if you're having a tough moment. Yeah, it's okay to sit for a while, look on a comedy on Netflix, feel a bit better, but you need to promise yourself, I can do this just to have like a break from dealing with it, not as a solution to dealing with it. And have a break, because when I had a tough time with my business, from the beginning I sat there, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I had this panic way of trying to force things to happen. But then I accepted, okay, I don't have a customer, I don't know the solution right now. I'll watch a episode of Netflix. And after the episode, it's like, how do I feel now? Yeah, now I have like pulled down my cortisol levels. Now I can think more clearly. Here is a solution. So I see it as stages: to feel it, to realize it, and then work with it, take a break, and then relax. It's like when you go to sleep with a problem, you dream a solution. So to allow the brain, to the mind to relax. Because and I've also learned that if my mind wants to have a quick solution, either positive or negative one, it's the ego that's controlling it. The soul doesn't want a quick solution. The soul wants to feel it and to rely in yourself to find a solution. And you need to be calm to find those solutions. So I'm thinking it's like it's not about the tools, it's about how to use them. So Netflix can be a great break, but it can also be a toxic way out, like for many people.
Thank you. That was beautiful. It's like you read my mind where I wanted to go with this, because that's exactly what it is. I just had a friend who who broke down last weekend, and she said that she spent like a day watching Netflix, but
Yeah.
then she slept like a baby, and the day after she had all the answers for to move forward. But I think it's all
Right.
about that, creating that.
Right.
Like there's a period of time where I allow myself to do this, and then we'll just
Yeah.
move forward.
Right.
Yeah.
What I want to before we end to have a message out there is that always ask yourself when you're like in these tough situations where I've been like so many times in my life.
Mm.
It's so easy when you're 50 and it's like, yeah, I still haven't learned enough to be like completely in the zone to feel that why am I 50 and haven't realized this yet? But I mean, your soul has different lengths of learning curves. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't force the insights, but the more things you do, the more people you talk to try different situations, environments, people, you learn more and more. And when the insights come, it goes quickly.
Yeah.
But always, okay, when you find yourself in a position where things are difficult, stop and listen. Is there something for me to learn of here? Is
Yeah.
there something that makes this situation help me learn about
Mm.
myself? And from that, you can choose a better way forward. But you can never undo what's happened. You can only learn from what's happened. You can't
Yeah.
wish that you would have done something different because you didn't know better,
Yeah.
right?
And I think that's a really good thing, because if you go into that, I wish things were different. I wish.
Yeah.
Then you go into this, why does this happen to me? Then
Right.
you walk
Right. And
into that trap of
right.
being a victim of your own circumstances instead of,
Right.
it's a mind trap, isn't it? It is a mind trap.
Then if you wish for things to have been different, or if you wish for things in the future, you show yourself that it's not good where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're always in this pursuit of abundance. But the problem is if you can experience where you are,
Yeah.
it's much easier to experience what's happened to you further on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I normally say as well, it's never too late to create a happy childhood. You can actually, in
Yeah.
your mind and with your mind and emotions, you can go back with
Right.
maybe not on your own always, but with some support and help. You can go back and create a happy childhood where you can say, yes, and this is a bit about the trick, and say, thank you, Dad, for treating me like this. Thanks to this, I am the man I am today. And
Right.
I am super grateful for that. So we have
Right.
the ability to actually create heaven on earth and create our best life ever.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, it's like I'm not a Christian, but I'm sometimes I think about, I mean, the story about like Jesus on the cross. I mean, to make him deal with that pain, it's because how he has hope. He believes in something greater than himself, and he has hope for a change, and there's a meaning to what's happening. That's why he can endure the pain. So I'm thinking, the thing you can learn from religions is when you believe in something, and best of all, believe in yourself. But at least believe. If you can't believe in yourself, believe that. I mean, it's like I said, you can. It's never too late to give up. But also think that what you haven't seen a solution to isn't because there isn't one. It's because you haven't seen it yet. So
Yeah.
just try, keep on trying, and that's what's been taking me this far. And also, I know that I haven't gotten those insights at all if I haven't been through all these
Yeah.
difficult things. So for me, obstacles are a way to wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah. And that would that also be your definition of resilience?
Right, right. But to be resilient, you need to like have that sense of meaning and like purpose and
Yeah.
thinking, okay, I can
Yeah.
believe in yourself that you can change. Yeah, right.
That's beautiful. Thank you. And that wraps our conversation of Resilient Voices today. Thank you so much, Patric, for sharing your journey. And it's so vulnerably, and just your life journey and how that shaped and changed your life. So thank you so much for joining, and for everyone who listened, thank you so much. And if you gain any insight today, just subscribe, reach out to Patric, to me, share this episode to someone who needs it, and you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube. And this is a space for everyone who wants to learn about relationship in life and leadership. So thank you. Join us next time.